Y'all, I almost didn't do this today. To be honest, I almost didn't do it. Whenever you're starting something new, for me especially, like, and a lot of creatives, y'all will understand what I mean. We love the creation stage of an idea, right? Like, once it's actually out there and it's done, it's like, that's when it gets hard, because that requires commitment. But I'm here. So the first segment of our show is Give Them Some Grace. This week, I want to talk about Young Miami. So for those of you who don't know, Give Them Some Grace is when we talk about a person of influence or a celebrity who's getting dragged out here in the social media streets. And we're going to see if we could possibly give them some grace, okay? I want to see if we could possibly give Young Miami some grace, specifically because social media constantly drags Young Miami. Like, the girl's name, her stage name is Young Miami, but social media continuously calls her Carisha. It's like the girl can't even have her name. And we're gonna go to the comment section and I'm gonna read some of these comments for y'all. So the Shade Room posted a clip of the interview. And so let's see what the folks had to say. Somebody said it's giving, we practice this. She really want to be with him, but she's scared of what people gonna think. I need captions on. She said nothing. She said a whole lot of nothing. Somebody said, I wish a journalist would have interviewed her. Somebody said, it's giving, we practice this. The NDA, not NDAing. Like I say all the time, it's always a good time for us to mind our business. But because it's a public figure, Young Miami, and you know, her relationship with Diddy is so public and controversial, the folks on social media want explanations. They want answers. I personally think that Young Miami said exactly what she needed to say, specifically to people who don't know her business, who don't know the full story, don't know her relationship with Diddy. Keeping that in mind, just looking at her as a young female who was in love, just so happened to be in love with a billionaire. Come on. Let's give her some grace just for the fact that she snagged a billionaire, okay? Because a lot of us ain't doing that. Where do you even meet billionaires? Like, where do you have to go? The rules are different when you're dating that caliber of man. I dated some people that I knew was doing wrong. If the things that they did followed me around, I definitely wouldn't be here. So I can feel for her. Can we, as an imperfect people who have never dated a billionaire before, please give Young Miami some grace? The next segment of our show is called Give It Some Grace. And this is where we talk about everyday annoyances and things that just get on our nerves and see if we can look at them through a perspective of grace, okay? Think about a time where you might have been talking to somebody and then you catch a whiff of the air coming out of their mouth and you're like, whoa there, this ain't right, okay? So we talking about people with bad breath. We can all kind of give grace to it because we all have experienced bad breath. That's just a fact. And according to the experts on the internet, we should definitely tell people when their breath stinks, but the way that we approach it is important, right? One thing about it is we need to approach it with empathy and understanding. Smell your breath in the morning and tell me it don't be kicking. Tell me it don't be kicking. I feel like people will so easily just offer you gum or a mint and not even tell you, like, hey, your breath, got a little odor. And to me, like, it's like, tell me. I want to know. Tell me. If my breath is stinking, tell me, okay? But do it gently. Do it nicely and don't embarrass me. You might have been the first person that day that let them know that. Next segment of our show is called Give Me Some Grace. And this is when I share stories of times where I could have given some more grace or I could have received some more grace. So I'm going to tell another story. I have a lot of stories in college of times where I could have given more grace just because, like, I was still growing. I was still young and I was not the person I am today. So I have a lot of these stories. So it was something that only a couple of my close friends knew about. And like looking back on that, I'm like, I would have never have done that. That was not my intention, but because I was reacting impulsively and I was angry, I didn't even care who seen it. And what I've learned is that hurt people, right? Can y'all give me some grace for that? Can y'all give me some grace? Welcome to another episode of Give It Grace podcast.